Twitter, and Tank was talking about retiring, and I made a post saying that it's funny how Tank want to talk about retirement when there's rumors that Al Heyman ran off with their money. Okay. Yeah. So a lot of people was like, a lot of people, well, Irv was like, well, Turkey can come say it today. Look here, the thing about Turkey and Tank and guys like Tank who don't want to fight nobody, Tank, Canelo, the thing about that is this, okay? The thing about that is this, right? It don't matter about the money. Turkey was willing to pay him the money. What'd he say? I want 2 Ferraris and I want this, and Tank don't want to fight nobody. Turkey wanted to pay a premier fight. Yeah, he'll probably pay a couple dollars, for a tune-up to let you get the fight you want to get. But then, you got to give him the fight that he and the fans want to see. And usually those fights run parallel, right? So yeah. So if you ain't in the business of fighting the best versus the best, and you ain't trying to fight top fighters, then it's no point of really talking about, Turki Alalshikh. Turki Alalshikh ain't gonna save Tank. Turki Alalshikh gonna want to make that Shakur Stevenson fight. Turki Alalshikh gonna want to make that Devin Haney fight. Turki Alalshikh gonna want to make that Teofimo Lopez fight. Now, he did say he opened the fight Ryan again and Devin at the press conference. So he did say that he was open to fighting those dudes at the presser. So, maybe there is a gateway to him fighting there through Turki Alalshikh. So Turkey will put the money up for those type of fights. They would love to have Tank over there. And people would love to see Tank, tested. As soon as Tank get past those tests, which a lot of people believe that he would get past the majority, if not all of those tests, people ready to crown him an all-time great and pound for pound number 1. It's sitting right there for him to take. He just don't really want it. But if those the fights he want, Turkey will put the bread up for those fights if he really want to fight them. Now, he always say he wants certain fights when he got a fight lined up. Oh yeah, I fight that guy, this guy, but then when there's space and opportunity, it ain't nothing. There ain't nothing to be said, it ain't nothing to be had, it ain't nothing to be done. It's a risk. So, but, I heard an interview he did with somebody and said that he want to go to therapy. He don't want to be angry no more. I think he had a new son, and if he feel like he go to therapy, he won't have that mechanism. I'm paraphrasing. He won't have that mechanism in him no more to fight. If you get that anger out of there, and I kind of understand that. He go to therapy and, he figure out the trauma, and now, he ain't that trauma or that anger is what drove him to fight. He don't want to fight no more. So I get it. And it seemed like he unhappy with a lot of his situations. And like I said, a lot of these dudes, they not fighters, bro. They just acting. They actresses and actors and paying fights. Some of these niggas is actresses. How about that? Some of these bitches. But, they just doing this to get money. They doing it for when they feel like they made enough money. And one thing I notice about black people, enough money in their head ain't enough money in reality. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, if I get a couple million, I'm done. And the way they spend money and don't know how to make their money work for them, that couple $1 million ain't enough. That couple $1 million ain't enough. So yeah. And they always come back. Or they ain't got their finances in order, or whatever the situation may be. So, yeah, you know what the deal is and shit like that, man. But you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. So, you know, I think him and Turki could work together. If he wasn't to fight Ryan and Devin and some of those other fights, I mean, yeah. If it's allowed to happen on the PBC side of things and he pay him enough money, I mean, maybe he will get in there and fight Shakur. Maybe he will get in there and fight Keyshawn. Maybe he get in there and give us the fights that he wants. But he said after next year, he done. And it sounds good. But people's opinions change. And you got to understand, too, he trying to sell a fight. He trying to sell a fight. That's one thing about it. He trying to sell a fight. So, of course, this might be one of the last times y'all see me in the ring, so you better get your tickets. That's basically what he's saying. And a lot of us is driven off how we feel right now. We feel at the moment. Come this time next year, he might be like, hey, I want to be a box until I'm 60. You just never know. But Turki Alalshikh can help him out. If Al Haymon really ran off with their money, and the money gone, then really, obviously, most of the blame fall on Al Haymon. You know, but sometimes you got to take blame for yourself. Ain't nobody put a gun to I don't think nobody put a gun to y'all head and made y'all sign the app. You know, so, but, you know, yeah, Turki come in and put the bread up, but he got to want to make the fights. So a lot of times when Turki really want to make these fights with these dudes, it ain't about the money. They just don't want to compete. You know, and on the internet, they can make memes. A lot of these niggas mentally not tough enough to even be on the internet. You see a lot of people that just say, you know what, I'd just rather stay off the internet. You know? Was it that Asian wrestling lady? I think, I forget the lady's name, but she deleted herself a couple years ago because of backlash she getting on the internet. If these people knew, and she wasn't ugly, I don't know what it was, but if these people knew how a lot of these niggas was living or women was living off the internet and what they really look like without the angles and without the filters and all that stuff, and how trifling house was and how they was living paycheck to, not even paycheck, they living borrow to borrow, or they living off Section 8 or Uncle Sam or government or all that. They knew how fucked up these niggas was living, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't really even think people would even like, they would laugh. Like, this is the nigga who criticizing me. This is the bitch who criticizing me. Or oh, that's criticizing me. You laugh, bro. You would laugh your ass off. Same people laughing at a particular fighter for getting in the ring and getting knocked out wouldn't even get in the ring, bro. They wouldn't even get in the ring. Like I said, it's the same dudes you see in the streets get slapped and start running. A lot of times these niggas just be talking. Can't do a layup, can't do a push-up, can't do a pull-up, can't do a squat, a regular squat, just squat down. These are the people who got the opinions. Everybody with comedians, oh, they making a joke, and then when they become the butt of the joke, then, you know, they ready to crash out. That's the sign of a good comedian or a strong person, or, you know, they can take ridicule and backlash. You know, they can take ridicule and backlash. You know what I'm saying? They can take ridicule and backlash. They can dish it and they can take it. Okay. That's the sign of a strong individual. You know, everybody can dish it and everybody can gang up on people and everybody can joke and all that type of stuff. Yeah. But, you know, quite frankly, can you take it? Can you take a joke? A lot of these people really ain't strong enough to be on the internet. They're not. lot of these people are not strong enough to be on the internet. A lot of these people are not strong enough to be on the internet. A lot of these dudes are not strong enough to be, boxing either. It's a gladiator sport. These dudes don't want to compete. They just here for monetary gain. I ain't mad at it. Damn, at some point you gotta uphold integrity in the sport. Shit. What about your family last name? But hey, it is what it is. I'm not sure Turkey can. I think Turkey, he want to make fights. Turkey love to work with Tank, but the Tank really want to make fights. He always talk about making certain fights when he got a fight lined up. So yeah, think about that for a minute. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, subscribe button, hit the bell icon button, hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications for the live or drop video. Financially, you want to support the channel, cash up, $CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ